Hello YouTube! Ryan here, continuing my video on Screenpacks. Now, last time I left off, I forgot how much I left off, but let's see what I left off. I did the title screen, I got the menu items and everything showing up good, the option screen, kinda bland, but you get the point of how it works. Arcade mode, I gotta reposition the portraits, I gotta make the selector icon actually show up around the portrait, I gotta reposition that. And the versus screen. Oh my god, so blank.
あれなんか落とした俺。いやー
Round
Well, anyways, I drew the versus screen, which you can see right here. It's pretty simple, but also pretty nice looking. You got player 1's portrait, player 2's portrait. The top bar here is player 1's name and player 2's name. You cannot show player 3 and player 4's portrait, only their names. I don't know why. That's just how Mugen is. And this top piece here and bottom piece here are I'm gonna reserve them for match number blah blah blah. And down here I'll have like I'll have it say like get ready for the next match or something like that. Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Anyways, and I made a VS from an iDraw. So this is what the V looks like. It's just a single V, and all this is just transparent blue, teal. Then it's a single S and transparent teal. And if you put the V and the S together, like next to each other, the V is going to be right here next to it, so it'll appear like the VS. So when you add them in Mugen, they'll practically be lined up already for you, so it's kind of good. Now, I'll add those sprites in real quick. Sprites, open, new, the mono collection? No. Mono data Mugen 1 system blank stuff. Okay, that's all that. Now I'll use group number 10 for the versus screen. So versus will be group 10. Alignment will be this one here. Do not crop. Boom. Nice and simple. Next will be the S and the V. It'll be group 10 index 1. Axis will be the same one, and it will not crop, so it'll appear right where I need them to appear. So let's see if I can. I'll onion skin this and see the S. That's the V. See how they appear right there next to each other? Yeah. So that's their finished position. What I'm gonna have is the S will slide in from this side, and the V will slide in from this side, and they'll make the versus symbol, logo, or whatever you want to call it. It's pretty simple and straightforward, right? Now, let me go on to doing the player's selecting icon thing. Zoom in. So player 1 is blue. That's group 5 index 1. We'll open the system.def within the Mugen 1 folder because that's what we're doing. Scroll down to right here, the character selection definition, and inside here you'll see P1 cursor. Not that far from the top. P1 cursor start active, done, move, done, random. What the hell? Why is there two done? Oh, okay, sounds. I see. Alright, and player 2. Basically, this tells you, it's pretty straightforward what it tells you it's doing. The done sprite is when the character has selected, when the player has selected the character, that's the cursor sprite that's going to show up on the character. Simple. The move sound is pretty much when you move up, down, left, or right, the sound that it makes. And the done sound is when you select your character. Random move sound. I never knew what the hell this is, but I guess it changes the noise for random slot. I don't know. Huh. So P1 cursor active animation, meaning the player has not selected the character yet, and they're going to select one. It uses animation 160, and player 2 uses animation 170, and the done sprite's 161, and done is 171. So let's scroll down a bit, and this is already predetermined by Electbyte. They put this here. Now this is an animation right here. Begin action 160. Player 1 active cursor. It's commented out here. So this is group number, index number, X position, Y position, time. Now, according to this, I need group 5 index 1. So group 5 index 1. Let's see how that looks. And if this works, then I should have a bluish cursor around my box. There you go. Look at that. A nice bluish cursor. But it's nice and smooth, but it looks kind of boring, right? So let's make that a little fancy. I'll make it transparent a little bit. The two comma marks. First here is like if you want to flip it horizontally, vertically, or vertically horizontal. So you gotta play with it to see which one you like, but I'm not gonna do that. So I'm just gonna opt it out by just putting 2. So this is blank, so it will not flip. And then this is transparency A. And this is more of an advanced transparency code what you're about to see me do here, but it works more or less the same way as it would for a character effects transparency, like fire or earth or whatever you could think of. So I'll use 256 D 256. Now let's see, copy and paste it a bunch of times. This is gonna make it like glow on and off. 228, 196, 164, 128, 96, 64, 96, 128, 164, 196, 228. Good. So you see how the spectrum I made here kind of goes from high all the way down to low 64, then back up to 256. Now, when you see this in Mugen, it's gonna look like the icon is flashing, which is kind of like and where'd it go? Ah, it's right there. You can't see it because it's too dark on the white background. So we'll put this to like, I think 128. The AS is like as subtract transparency, whereas the D is like the darker shadow shades of it. So if you want the image to show more black, you would lower your D to a value. I don't think negative values work for that. I've never actually tried it, honestly. There you go, see? It's flashing now repeatedly fast. Yeah. Alright, so that looks good. Let's just try 0 and see how that looks. No. Yeah, 0. 0. You know what, this would probably be easier if I do this. 0, 0, 0, 0. Now, I did a check earlier on this, and there is a lot of stuff that I have to do, small fixes here and there to make the Screenpack look really good. But I will do that at the end. I'll just get to the main point right away. Look at that, see? Now it looks kind of cool, but it doesn't look cool that much. It's just kind of black and blue. And that's probably not what I'm aiming for at all, actually. Alright, so since this goes from low to high, this is going to go from low to high. So, 64, 96, 128, 164, 196, 228, 256, 228. Now these numbers here, I kind of made them up, but that's only because of the way I thought about them. I kind of based them off of bytes. 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, and so on. Except I just made up some values in between. Ah, see, look at that. Now it's flashing like awesomely. See? So now it looks better, and it looks more active. So good. This is for player 1. I'll copy and paste it for player 2, and change the sprite number to 5.2. Okay, so 5.2 is what player 2 is going to be. Okay, here we go, 5.2. So I'll just change the all to 2. Okay, team mode cursor. This is something totally different, but I'm going to erase all of this just to make it easier for myself later on. Okay, so that's the cursor stuff. Now, when that's the active animations right here. When the animation is actually done, it's just going to show 5.1, and this is going to be 5.2. This one here, cursor blink. 1 to blink P2's cursor if overlapping player 1. This will make them blink if they're on the same character slot. So it kind of works in a way so that you know if you're selecting the same characters as your friend or whoever you're fighting. So as you see, player 2 and player 1, then when they're on top of each other, they start flashing like purple colors and stuff. Seizure, seizure, seizure. But when they're apart, they start flashing like normal. I know it's really hard to actually see this because I use light colors, which at the time it didn't seem like a bad idea, but it's kind of a bad idea now. But I'll leave it just like that. Yeah, see, when you select the character, it just turns a solid color, so it kind of indicates it's already picked. So that's that. Now, one thing I just noticed, okay, so player 1 starts off on, player 1 cursor starts out 0, 5. The first row is kind of 0, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but this is actually 6. I don't know why Mugen counts it like this, but you know what actually counts? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, 0, 4, 0, 5. Get it? This is how 0, 5 has come up here. But we need here, so 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, 3. Good. Now player 2 is going to be here, so that's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Player 2 is going to be start on 0, 10. So let's just close that, test it out again. Good, see, player 2 is right there, player 1's right there. Now, player 2's positioning is for the portraits like way off. But I'll fix player 1's portrait first. Take a screenshot of this. I'll erase all of these. Start over with the screenshot stuff. Go to edit. Zoom in like insanely high. Now, let's see. Okay, scrolling down a bit more, you'll see other options here. This is when you're selecting the stage, and when you finish selecting the stage, this is also cancel sound. This is where you decide the sprite portraits for the characters to display the small portraits. It says do not change from 9000, which is a default small portrait, which I would just leave alone. Offset, leave that to 0, 0. I prefer to leave it 0, 0. Then you have the portrait scale, which you can scale them here based on whatever size screen pack you're doing or whatever. Normally you leave it to 1, 1, but in this case I'm putting them to 0.5 just to make them fit better. Title is more or less, it says arcade mode on top with that big letters, as you see, like right here, this versus. Yeah, that's hideous. So we're gonna use the same fonts that we used up here. Here, okay. See, menu active. So I'll just copy that and title font pasta. But actually, and this is going to be sensorized 320. And I think that's a good distance there. If anything, though, I think I might just disable this altogether. So I'll put -1. Then I'll put this in case someone wants to actually show the arcade mode, or versus or training, whatever. They can just erase this, and then this alone will show the words in black in the middle, because I said the middle. But I just disable it altogether here with this -1. That disables fonts. There's a little comment here to explain that. Now is big portraits. Fun part. Let's see, big portraits. He's aligned to 0, 0. So the way I made Shingo's portrait, 0, 0 is literally right here. This little box right there. So we need to move him down, say 14 pixels, and move him over 25 pixels. So big portrait's offset positioning will be 25 across and 15. What? 15. Okay, and 15 down. Let's test this. See, I kind of overshot there a little bit. You can't really see it too well in the video, but he's 1 pixel too low, and he's 1 pixel too over on this end. So we'll just subtract 1 to get 14 and 24. Now, because both players' portraits are on the same, like the same horizontal plane, like that, I can easily just copy the same Y position and give it to player 2, and it'll work perfectly fine. Next, player 2's offset. Player 2 is -1 facing. Facing 1 here in player 1. Facing equals 1 means the player is facing right, or whatever direction they're facing in the sprite file, the SFF of the character. Some characters are facing left in the SFF, and this would make them look kind of funny regardless. But default is if you want to face right, facing equals 1. If you want to face left, facing equals -1. Facing equals 0. I don't think it's valid, and it would just make them face right regardless. So facing equals 0 is a no-no. It has to be 1 for right, -1 for left. Now, both use the same 9001 portrait. This is the basic default big portrait. Do not change from 9000. You can change it. It says do not change, but you can change it. Offset is obviously the position. Scale is 0.5 because I want them to be small but still well detailed. So you have to use good numbers like this to make them show properly. There's also, point. Honestly, I would just recommend 0.5, 1, and 2. 2 is like super large, which I don't think anyone has a resolution for. And then P1 face window. I don't even need this code here. I don't know why they have that code there. It's stupid. Oh, you know what? I realize why they have that code there. It actually limits any character with a big portrait into that box. So that's kind of genius, but I just don't like it at all. Yeah, I don't. I'll just leave it. So if people have, okay, per se you download a character who has like a super massive, ultra big portrait for no reason whatsoever, and it doesn't fit in the box, of course, right? What you would do is you'd use that same window code that I have here that I deleted, and this window code would limit the portrait to be within this resolution of like say, let me see, like say I have a portrait that is big old circle. Right, this is my portrait. Now if I use the window code, it's going to limit that to only appearing in this. So I will only see, this. I will not see this. This is all going to disappear. So it helps with characters who have outrageous portraits for no reason whatsoever. But I never really found a real need for it. I guess it's nice to have in the Screenpack. I just don't like messing with it. And now we're going to fix player 2's portrait to make it appear on screen. Obviously, it's at an insanely high value because this was an HD resolution originally, so it has HD values. So it says 1279. Our resolution is only 640, so let's take okay, so 640 is the right side edge. Subtracting 24 because we're facing right. Because we're facing left because of the facing code here. The values are kind of switched around. So instead of starting at 0, you're starting at 640. So, 0 plus 24 is 24. So 640 subtract 24 is a number. Yeah, it's a number. Subtract 24. 616. Okay, 6 on 16. However, I know this is not right, so I'm just going to put 615. It's just the way Mugen counts it. That's why I know to put a lower number. Now watch me be proven wrong here. Oh, look at that. I'm not proven wrong at all. It fits perfectly in the box. And there he fits perfectly as well. Isn't that great? So many Shingos. Now, we need to fix his name and his teammate names. Okay, so the font is there. I'm going to try something I saw earlier. Where did I see that thing? Okay, this is all the old stuff. And I kind of erased the new stuff. Oy. Yeah, alright, let me just check something from a new Mugen, which would more or less give me a quick little code to what I want to know. M, there we go. Here we go. Okay, font height, okay, good. That's a code that I'm going to use to modify the font 7 several times. Now let me see. I believe I need to make other copies of this, like 8 and 9, and then for this I'll have like that and that. So 8 and font 9, and this will more or less overwrite the size. So I'll put I guess I'll try 16. And for this, I'll try 25. I don't know how they're going to look, so, it's a surprise to me too. Again, I'll copy the same font, because that's what we're going to use. The font that I picked originally, that's going to be like universal. You see here, set to -1 for no display. If I did this, it will not display player 1's name, but I wanted to, so I'll put that. And player 2, the same thing. Now, if you want to add a little tint to them, I could just do like 128 for the red, green, and blue, 128. Space between each names on the same team. I'll show you what this does in a second, spacing. Offset, obviously the offset's like way off because we're only allowed 480 on the up and down resolution, so this is not going to be shown at all. What I will do here, to save me a couple seconds, I guess, I will take look at my screenshot that I have. Okay, not helping. I will look at my screenshot that I have, and using the select all tool, I'll select from top left most and scroll down like this, and more or less get the angle, not the angle, get the point that I need. So from here to here, it looks like 240, 170. So I'm going to use that to start off with. Wait, what? 24, 170. Ahaha, 24, 170 for player 1. Player 2 is going to be 619, 170. Okay. 170, 619. Simple, no? Alright, let's see how this works. Ah, this is jumbo font. Okay, so 7 is not the value I wanted to use. I meant to use 8 because 8 was a smaller size font that I thinged up there. How am I doing with time? 21 minutes. Okay. Ah, Shingo. It's appearing much better now, but it's still not like in the proper size, I guess. So I need to make it a bit smaller. 14. 24, yeah. And I think it looks better with just the black, honestly. I lost myself there. Yeah, I'll just put it as black because I think it looks a lot better than with a color like red or green, or red or blue. Yeah, it's kind of blurry, but you still see what that says there. And 24 is not the position. I need to, I'll double it and see how it looks, so. It's getting there, right? Let's try 60. Keep opening that folder. 60 is almost there, and this one has to come over more to the side. So, okay, this one I'll try 580, and this one I'll try 70. Alright, now, I know this is taking quite some time. Really wish it wasn't, but it's, what can I do? Okay, lower it down a bit more because 170 is a bit too high, so we'll try 175 on each of them. And this will go off by 570. Now, I'm only changing these values because I've messed with Screenpacks enough to know how to change them. I recommend you try all the values out, see which works best for you. And just remember, keep trying different values. First, if it's really far off, use hundreds. If it's close, use tens. And if it's like really close to what you want, use like single digits, like 3, 2, 1, you know, oops. Simple things like that. Now, let's see. Good, that's probably as perfect as it'll ever get. This could be moved over a little bit more here, so 73 as well. Okay, so now we need to fix the other ones. Team Arcade. This is jumbo font. I'll fix that eventually. Now see, I'll pick turns actually. Turns and 1, 2, 3, 4. See how the names appear like this slanted? That's because of the player 1 name spacing. It moves over 15 pixels to the right and then 25 pixels down. Now that's okay, but that's not that cool. So we're going to use 14 pixels down and -2 to the left. So if this works right, due to my guesstimation, this should look better. It looks better, but it's not right. So we need to move them all down more. 14 was not good. Let's try 18. Yeah, 18 might work. And remember, if you're doing anything for a player 1, more or less you can use the same values for player 2. Now see, that looks good, but it's not spaced out enough, so we need to do that. It's 19? Yeah, maybe 19. If not 19, it'll be 20. I'm pretty sure it won't be more than 20. I think that looks very good. Because you see each one, it has that line, that one little blank pixel line above the R, 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 R. And all the G's land directly on the line, so that's like really good right there. Next is player 2's. We're going to use the same thing, player 2 spacing will be 19, and instead of -2, they'll just have 2. So when player 2 does it, it's going to go off in the same opposite direction. See? So I fixed player 1's and I copied and pasted the values to player 2 and changed the negative and positives around, so I get this. Simple enough, right? So I'll do the versus screen now. This is something that a friend of mine has requested, the versus screen, and just to show how to make animations for the versus screen. So it's just blank right now. That's fine. I'm gonna replace that with my image here, which is group 10 0. So scrolling down more, you'll see other options here for the stages and the font that you want to use for the stage when you're selecting it on screen. And you remember when I was going to Team Arcade, it had that big thing with arcade team mode, simultaneous, single, and turns. Well, this is all relative to that, and this is more or less exactly what the previous two things were. You select what name you want. You select the font, the move sound, the value sound, done, the positioning for everything, spacing, icon pictures, which are the same thing. It's all more or less the same thing as everything you've done here. Everything you've done up here. Okay? So that's that. Now we're going to character select. No, not that. Versus screen. Good. For this, we're going to use, let's see, 0. No. We're going to use font number 9 for this. 9 is bigger than the other one. It's going to be in the middle. It's going to be black color. So as it says here, what's that? Percentage I can be used for the match number, which is what it's going to be. So when you play arcade mode, it'll be match, then the number, like match 1, match 2, match 3, match 4. That's what it's going to be. So that's that. Then the big portraits, it's all here. More or less the same rules follow. Sprite, the position, the facing, the scale, player 2 sprite, position, facing, and scale. Then the names, font, the spacing. This is only used for teammate 1 and teammate 2 on each team, not all 4 people on one team. Because we're using the same font from up here for the name, I'm just going to copy it. And the spacing as well. Yeah. So let's see. So this will be the font for the players. And this will be the spacing. That and that. This will be there. So the spacing is done correctly now. It's just, you know what? Yeah, spacing is done correctly. I just gotta alter the positions to make them look right. Currently they're both off screen, so let me take a screenshot of the versus screen and fix that up right quick. Okay, I should probably put this image in first. 10. I know I seem to be moving a bit too fast in this video, but it's mainly because there's so much crap to do for Screenpacks. And you know what? If you guys actually take the time to read all these minor details Alekbyte left us, like all of this detail here, all of these details and these and these, and they left so much details and comments that you can learn simply by just reading what they left us. That's how I learned to do all this stuff. Did I take a screenshot? I do not think I did. Yes. Now let's see. So obviously the match is like way off to the side, so we need to fix that. It's the easiest thing to fix. So match offset 320 is the middle, and it looks like it can come down a little bit more. Yeah, so I guess 30 would make it look good. Now the player 1 portrait, his portrait's okay there. It's scaled by what's it scaled by? It's scaled by, where am I looking? 1:1. Okay, so this is Shingo's portrait scaled 1:1, which looks like the perfect size for the box. So let's see, he needs to move over to the left roughly 17 pixels, and he needs to go down roughly 50 pixels. So big portrait position, Wait, what did I come up with this value with? 17. So, uh, handy dandy calendar. Ah, 60 subtract 17 equals 43. This 50, 80. Okay, good. Now player two's portrait's obviously totally off as well. Um, take a quick look, see what value that's probably going to be. Start at the leftmost and go this way. 594. So 594. And basically, you see, you can use paint to get the coordinates for almost anything in Mugen, really. See, look at that. I just guessed the numbers and they kind of came up like really good. Let me just take a screenshot and actually test it, because this is the only way to actually not test it. Sorry, take a screenshot and zoom in massively. So this is low by 1 pixel, as you see here. There's a black line here, but there's no black line here, and then there's a black line here, but no here. So he moved over 1 pixel too much. He needs to go over 1 and up 1. So both portraits will be 79 to get the proper one. This will be 44, and this will be 45. And that's it. Big portraits are aligned correctly. Yay. Background. Ooh. Animation. Ah. Now, versus background. Background. Backdrop. Now, we need to make an animation. To make an animation, we'll copy, paste. This is just how I do it. You don't have to do it like me. Type equals animation. Sprite number does not work for animation. You need action number equals, let's use action number 50. Well, yeah, 50. Start position will be 0, 0. Mask will be 1. So transparency is not shown. However, when you're making animation, transparency is automatically not shown. So this is kinda, code is irrelevant when using anime type. So basically we're saying that there's going to be an animation action 50 at position 0, 0. Now because I have the V and the S at their correct positions, this is 0, 0 to them. So let's make action 50. So we'll do begin action 50. The sprite number is going to be, we'll work on the V first. Group 10, index 2. So group 10, index 2. Any funky positionings, it's going to start off with just being the same way it is right there in the middle. Then how many ticks? This will be 5 ticks. Well, you know, yeah, 5 ticks will be fine. And then when I go actually and play the versus screen, you're going to see that there's going to be a V in the middle between the two portraits. See? V. Just sitting there. Now I'll copy this over and paste it. No, this will be V. This would be S. Okay. Now, okay, so that's that. Now this is going to be 51, and this is going to be 51, and I'll change this to 10-1, because 10-1 is the S. Good. So now I'm going to check Mugen again, and you're going to see that there's a V and an S on the versus screen. V and an S. Now, what I want to do is make them slide in from the left and the right. Now to do this, I take the animation here. This is for the V, and I'm going to have the animation, I'll make a whole bunch of copies of it. I'll have it start off on like a negative value. So negative 100, then negative 90, then negative 80, negative 70, negative 50. Okay, I totally missed 60. Negative 40, negative 30, negative 20, negative 10, and 0. Now see, it's going to be, so say the starting position is right here, right? V, S, right? That's starting position. So negative 10 will be here, negative 20 will be here, negative 30 will be here. Oh wow. 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 will be off screen. So it's going to start, the first frame is going to be negative 100. Then each 5 ticks, it's going to play the next frame, which is 90, then 80. So the only thing changing is the position of the V. So now when you, did I save it? Now when you look at it in actual Mugen, you're going to see the V slide in from the left side corner very slowly, I think. See, look at that. And it's looping over and over, so that's kind of okay. But you notice that it was behind the player. We kind of don't want that. We want it in front of the player. So there's another code we can do to the versus BGV called layer no. Layer no is short for layer number. And they're only allowed 3 values. 0 behind everything, 1 almost in the same level as the porches but still behind them, and 2 which is in front of everything. For characters there are more numbers which more higher range, but for screen packs I think only 0, 1, and 2 are allowed. So here you go. Okay, 2 is not allowed. Don't listen to what I said. 2 is a no-no. It's either 0 for the back or 1 for the front. They made it simple, right? So let's see how this looks now. V, V, V. Now, you see how it's looping over and over? That's because the last frame is 5 ticks. After 5 ticks, it has nothing else to play, right? So it starts over. So after it goes 10 to 0, it's going to go back to 10 to 0, 10 to 0, 10 to 0 until the fade out time kicks in. No, until this time is over and the fade out time kicks in. So what am I going to do is, I guess first off I'll just copy these values and paste them here. And then add a 2, 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 and a 3. And then maybe some more values. Paste it again. 4. No, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, and 4. Now see, this is just way too many right here, so I think 350 will be perfectly fine for what I want to do. Now if this animation works correctly the way I think it will, basically the V is going to come in from the left side corner. See, look at that. Oh, it skipped a bit. Probably because I skipped a number here. Oh yeah, I skipped the whole ones, so that's why. That's totally my fault. $250. Okay, so 2, 2, 2, 2, 3. So now I have from negative 300, every 10 it'll go down until it hits 0. So when I look at this again, hopefully it'll look right. 37 minutes, good. Here we go. Comes in from the side. Oh, and it keeps going. Perfect. But you see it was kind of slow, right? So let's make it faster. So I'm going to set these to 2. Now, you would change the time for each frame based on how much animation there is. If there is a lot of animation, use very low time. Always remember that 1 is the shortest time you can use, and 0 is just no time at all. So now I set all of them to 2 ticks except the last frame. Wait, what did I do? Yeah, the 2 ticks except the last frame. So look at that. See, it moves in, but it still repeats. So for the last frame, I'll put -1 as the time. So -1 means it's going to play all of these frames for 2 ticks, but when it hits this frame is going to play indefinitely, infinity. And I need to change this all to 1 because 2 is not fast enough. I have a lot of animation, like I said before, and I need to make it faster. So I know this is going to work for sure, so I'll copy this. I'll go over to this one, the S, paste it. Now I'll change the numbers around. So the S is group 10, 1. So this all becomes 1. La, 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 la. I really hope you guys enjoy these tutorials. It's actually helped me out a bit too. It just feels nice to help the Mugen community in, I guess, the only way I probably could help. I've helped so many people learn this and that throughout the years that actually doing a video tutorial and teaching so many people how to make characters and other things, it's just a nice feeling. And look at that. Oh! Let's look at it again. Oh! Oh! But what's this? It goes behind his back. How do we fix it? We add a layer code to the S. And I hope this will help Yu Star and her issue with the animation on the versus screen. See how that plays? Look at that. Perfect. So, Shingo versus Shingo. But wait, there's no name.
あれ
How does he know who he's fighting? We have to fix that. Ah. Okay. Did I take a... Okay, so, let's see. Basic value for the name is going to be... I take the top left using the select tool. Go down right here. It says 43 and 378 for player 1. So, position will be 43 and 371. Player 2 is going to be 598 and 370. Well, this is going to be the same value for player 2 also, so 370, 371 and 598, I think it said. I'll see. Okay, don't need this anymore, don't need that anymore. Outdated screenshots, no good. Okay. Names are getting there, pretty close. Let me take a screenshot of that actually, so I get an idea of what I'm working with in terms of positioning. I know the fonts don't look that great, but when you're actually making a screen pack with care, you're going to use various other kind of fonts that will make it more vibrant and show up more everything. I'm just kind of lazy. I don't want to make another font, and I don't want to look for fonts. Okay, so, oh yeah. Okay, see this here? The font. So the first one here is the font number, the second is the color, and the third is the facing. I want this to face 1, which is face right, and I want this to face left. But instead of like facing as it sprites would, it's alignment. So 1 for facing would be, it starts here, and it types out this way. Whereas -1, it would like start here and type out this way, the other way. So 1 is left to right, -1 is right to left in terms of positioning. Now I think that will actually fix my issue here with the names. See, it's like almost perfect right there. Let's just check in this. That's also almost perfect as well, because I used the same numbers from up there, so it should be perfect. We have to move it down roughly, let's try 80. And as I said before, trial and error is your friend. Don't be afraid of it. Accept it. Good. Try teams. Maybe. Yeah, I probably messed up the drawing when I did it, but let's use 20 to fix that little 1 pixel off there. But now, what do we have? So far in the 2 videos, I've showed you how to make your own, well, not make your sprites, but make fonts, add the sprites to a blank SFF, code the menu so you'll get as many icons as you want to appear. I didn't really explain this much, but
Hi everybody, hi Dr. Nick.
that. The option screen, how to placement this little box I put here, and move the word down there, and change the font as well. And I've also showed you arcade mode, how to set up your boxes in the design you want, positioning for these box, name positioning, animated glowing things, the versus screen, versus animation, the match animation. Pretty much that's all there is to a screen pack. There is more stuff that I would have to show you, which I don't think I really need to. I mean, this is very minor stuff down here. Continue screen. It's if you want to show the continue screen. When you lose a match, if you continue or not. If you set to 0, there is no continue, and you automatically lose, and you have to start over. I set it to 0 because I want to be a douchebag. That's just me, like right now. So, if you guys want to fix that, you go right ahead and change that back to whatever it's going to be. But before I do, I won't be a total douchebag. I'll position it so it's kind of right, so it's not totally wrong. So, there. Game over screen. If you have a game over .def, gameover.sff, you can enable it and have it right here. I believe Kung Fu Man actually has one in his thing. KFM, credits, game over. Yeah. And intro, okay. So we'll take the intro from Kung Fu Man. What's Kung Fu title? Okay. Intro, game over. Good. We'll copy that, paste it in the regular data folder. Now, for game over, it's going to be enabled game over. Yes, enable game over. What's the storyboard for game over? It's going to be gameover.def. Simple. And then the intro up here is going to be intro storyboard will be intro.def. Now, when you play Mugen, it's going to show up like this. I really wish I knew how to make intros. I mean, this stuff looks amazing if done correctly. I would love to do it. I just don't know how to do it, which is kind of sad. Okay, so that's that. And what is the other thing I put? Oh yeah, game over. So let me do a quick match with Shingo.
あれなんか落とした俺僕が甘いぜうわ伝説の
Die!
Round 2.
Oh yeah,
Fight.
I'm supposed to get killed.
やっぱ無理でした
KO.
無理でした無理でした
Fight.
やっぱ無理でした無理でした無理でした
That's his actual death scream if you don't believe me. Game over! See, that's Kung Fu Man's game over there. Made by Like Bite themselves. I thought that was great. I've always used that. And next thing, the victory screen. I don't want to code a victory screen, but more or less, this is the same thing as a versus screen. The only thing that's hard and complicated would be the win quote text. The win quote text is heavily dependent on the window code. X1, Y1, X2, Y2. X1, Y1 is top left, X2, Y2 is bottom right. And word wrap is also very important. You need to... I did this like once or twice, and it was hard as hell to do. But I did do it. It's time consuming. I don't want to do it. This is the victory screen background. Nothing fancy there. The win screen, it's going to say, congratulations! And you can be like, oh, yes, I beat the game. That was amazing. I will try to play this game again on a harder difficulty now. In fact, you know what? I'm going to have the game say that to you. 7000. Position 320, 240. It's going to say, good job. Now play on hard 9. Now, Mugen doesn't go up to difficulty 9, but you can cheat the system and make it go to difficulty 9. Let's see. And also, there's also the game ending screen. If you're doing a full game, you may want to put one of these in. And ending credits, which will show credits after you finish the game or lose, I think. Survival results, more or less the same thing as you've seen before. And the option screen. Ugh. This is all tiring stuff, man. But at least I finally got it off my chest to do a Screenpack tutorial. And I've pretty much explained everything here. If you have questions, don't be afraid to ask. Reply in the comment box below on YouTube. Or ask me on the forums at MugenFreeForAll.com. You have to register to post. And Mugen Guild. Although I haven't really got much attention on Mugen Guild. And I'll also be putting this on Facebook. So, if you want to get me there. Now, I'm going to work on the team menu stuff here and upload the Screenpack with this video. So, in this, after this video is uploaded, I'm going to put this Screenpack in the description so you can get it. And I know I promised you that I'd do 2 select deaths. I'm just too lazy. And I have some stuff on my mind that I have to worry about. So, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, the basic Screenpack. Also, another very important thing to add, music. You need music. And I have some music that I want you to try. T. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No. No, 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 no. Where's his face? It begins with a T. I don't know his name, though. No. There we go. Okay, so I'll take this song, put it in the sound folder. Now this guy here, Trisha, Tristan Trisha, whatever his name is. He is an artist on YouTube. His music is free for anyone who goes to his website and gets it. So there is no legal disclaimer about me sending you this file. This song is called Path to Zimmer. I'm going to go to the system.def file and put it here as title. It will be sound for the sound folder / path to Zimmer.mp3, and it's going to loop once or just loop indefinitely. Then copy this, paste it here, paste it there. Yeah, victory is disabled in anyway, so it wouldn't matter. And now when you actually play your Mugen, nice and relaxing, huh? If select and title had the same song name, it's gonna play the song seamlessly between the both modes.
あれ
And it's gonna start over every time it goes here. And this song is pretty awesome too. It picks up. Let it play for a little bit. I actually wanted to use this song for any speed up sessions I have to do for the video, but I didn't do any. Nice and relaxing. Yep, it's picking up now. It's getting epic. There we go. Almost there. And now. That was great, huh? Now let me see. I gotta find the song for verses quickly while I'm on the subject of music. Game. This is Resident Evil. Not gonna work. Cypher. No, that's not gonna work. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Ah, Lost Kingdom verses. I've wanted to put this song to use for a while. And I think this song is too long anyways. I'll just call it verses for short. So then the verses screen is gonna be sound / verses.mp3. I do not think that that the capital and lowercase matter, but I like to do it just in case it does. So let's see. Yep.
あれなん
Well, that's a whole song. It's not really meant for versus screens, but yeah, that's that. So thank you for watching my Screenpack tutorial. Any suggestions, go right ahead in the comment box. Share this video with your friends. Share all of my tutorial videos with your friends. Get them into Mugen. Get them into creating stuff. Yeah. So thank you for watching. The Screenpack will be in the description soon after I upload it. I have to do some other fixes. I'm not sure how long it'll take me, but this Screenpack, the mono collection, will be in the description of video 2, which is what you're watching right now. So thanks for watching. Go create some stuff. Go do badass things and kick ass. Yeah!